EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Get ready.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Ready.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, the Rams at 3-4 on the year coming into play. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I talk with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Blue striker. Black ultra. Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First and 10 at the 56-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
Red, cycle. Go red. Claude red.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. On play action, they'll throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. They've got his man complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the first quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play calls, and they certainly look good so far.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Rams, nothing.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Next red. 22 meters. Faster.
Off the option, here's Akers. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
10 cycles.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Rams got it. They'll bring him down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Hey, blue. Right blue. Striker, 3-3.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Yellow, blue, cluster, 6. Black shot, smash, red. Ready?
2nd and 5. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here we go.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
43 rail. Set.
Going right back to Akers. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Kenny Clark in on the stop. No gain on the play. It's 4th down. Matthew Wright on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Black Ultra.
Here's the 2nd and 7. They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
6, Mega. Red, cycle. Mega. Hey, home fury.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
This is fielded at the 7. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
So first thing crossing my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Okay, now. Shot, 17.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tariq Carpenter. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hey, check angle.
Back to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Strike. Ultra. Check, man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Let's go.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Go deep. Green jack.
They'll throw now on the final play. And It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And his kick is good. He just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Matthew White set to kick off.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. And there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And they work this well outfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college, because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll go again here with Akers.
call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And this one is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He's letting it fly for Cooks.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they dropped it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bailey. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Up the middle, Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Sean Murphy Bunning got him down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that point from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw.
And that's complete downfield to Cooks.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Packers 31, Rams 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 121 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 32 yards.
And the Packers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And the Packer 1st down.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
This is caught. It's Cooks.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
Their own 11-yard line.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though. Probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Packers,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.